Thank you for taking the time out of your busy life to show up with me, to show up for you. The beautiful thing about the moon cycle is it gives us this rhythmic way to track time and to be in reflection with ourselves. So every 2 weeks we have the new moon, 2 weeks later the full moon, and it's this back and forth. The new moon being a place of quiet and mystery, darkness, and the full moon being energetic, a building into the peak of the feminine energy. So this practice is a full moon practice. So this can be practiced any of the days around the full moon when we're in full moon energy. So I usually say that I usually celebrate the full moon for about 3 days. The day before, the day of the actual, and then the day after, to me, are all available for my full moon ritual. Because in modern life, sometimes we're not available on the exact full moon. So just quickly before we get started, I'm sitting on a pillow, a bolster. This is great if you have tight hamstrings, tight hips. You want to really be able to achieve an upright seated position that feels comfortable. If you're very tight, even sitting on a chair or a stool is perfect. I would rather you be in an upright, relaxed position than trying to sit flat and struggling and feeling like you're gripping to get that length in your lower back. So any of the movement today can all be modified and take it at your own pace. So we're going to begin with some breath work, and then we're going to move into some movement that is really energizing and celebratory. The new moon is a great time to reflect and also to really feel your energy going into the areas of your life where you wanted to be going, and looking at where are the energetic leaks. What is taking my energy that I need to put some boundaries around? And then at the new moon, a lot of intention setting, a lot of calling and manifestations. But we can always set intentions and reset ourselves and recenter ourselves at any time, and around the moons is the perfect time to do so. So we are going to begin with some breath work. The reason that I love breath work so much is because breath work helps us to unhook the mind. Meditation is a beautiful practice, but for some of us, including me, getting into meditation, and I don't think meditation is easy for anyone, it's absolutely a practice, but breath work is a way that we can very gently, very naturally begin to unhook the mind. It gives us a very clear focal point, and it puts us in touch with the sensations in our bodies. So when we're doing breath work, we're inviting more energy into our body. We're over-oxygenating, we're pulling in more oxygen than we normally have. So we're energizing ourselves, we're energizing our body. With this being said, if you have any, if you are working through any sort of trauma, or if you are having big emotions, breath work can invoke emotional release as well. So I just invite you, if you do feel any emotions and you feel safe, allow yourself to just feel them as you're doing the breath work. You can always slow down, and if it begins to feel too intense, go ahead and just scale back. We don't want to push ourselves too far. We want to feel safe in our body. The other thing is, if you happen to start feeling lightheaded, or if you're prone to feeling lightheaded, feel free to just lay down and lay back. We're only going to be doing about 6 minutes, so it's not going to be taking us to an intense state, an altered state of consciousness. It's just going to be clearing out the body and the mind to get us really, really present. So we're going to begin with 25, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and we want to make this energized. We want to add, not a force, but like an invigorated energy behind it. So you're really breathing in deep and you're really pressing that air out. So we're gonna do about 25. I'll start breathing with you. Then I'm going to stop and be silent because I want you to find your own cadence that feels natural to your body. When we get to the end of the 25, we're gonna hold at the top, big, big, big inhale for about 30 seconds. Again, if you need to release or take a little more air, feel free to adjust. And we're gonna do that 3 times, all right? So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, just allowing yourself to settle in. Here we go. Keep moving. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Feeling the power from deep within you. Allowing yourself to receive more energy. Take a few more. Hold at the top, big inhale. And release. Allow your body to just breathe itself naturally. Taking a scan of anything that's coming up, adjusting your positioning if you need to, and we're going to go again. Here we go. Continue. Feeling your own power here. Inviting this energy in and releasing, expelling whatever you no longer wish to carry into the next phase. And a few more. Hold at the top. And release. Feeling the vibrancy, the vitality as you stretch your body from the inside out. Allowing your lungs, imagining your lungs extending laterally. They're extending from front to back. You're even growing a little taller with each inhale, allowing a natural breath. And for this last one, setting an intention of that which you want to call in and that which you want to release out. And we'll do this pattern one more time. Here we go. In that which you want to bring in more of in your life, and exhaling whatever you want to be letting go of. Let it fly away. A few more. Hold at the top, big inhale. Shoulders down, continue to hold, relaxing the muscles of your jaw, relaxing the muscles of your eyes. And releasing out. Just take a moment to scan. Feeling in to your body, feeling into your heart, feeling into your essence, and noticing any sensations that are coming up and honoring and allowing them to be. Okay, for this next exercise, I really like to sit flat seated. Again, if sitting flat seated is for some reason uncomfortable on your low back, please feel free to stay elevated. Otherwise, we're just gonna sit in a cross-legged position. So you can choose if you wanna start with your right or your left foot in front. I will be mirroring you. So I have my left foot in front, and we're gonna be taking some big circles. So we're just gonna be really opening up our back and our lower back, and we're going to use the breath to guide this movement. So we're gonna be starting to make some circles. So we wanna find our hands firmly planted on our knees, and we're gonna shift our ribs over to one side, really grounding your sits bones so you're not rocking when you shift. You really wanna stay planted firmly in your sits bones. And we're just gonna start with some counterclockwise circles. So you're gonna start to just circle, and you're gonna pull all the way back, feel that low back stretch. You're gonna come through and around. And the breath is gonna go like this. It's gonna exhale back. You're going to inhale as you come front. Inhale and exhale. We're going to go 4 times. So that's 2, 3, feeling that lower back stretch. Slowing down if you need to. You might find a sticky spot that it just feels really good. Inhale, and we're going to reverse. Exhale the other way. Taking it at whatever, if you want to go a little bit slower, if you feel a little bit quicker, just really awakening our lunar core, awakening our sacral chakra, our root chakra, and the energies, these feminine energies. Good, coming through, we're gonna switch feet, and we're gonna resume. Here we go, inhale, exhale. Reverse. Grounding your sits bones. Last one. Beautiful. You can keep your feet in a cross-legged position if you like, or you can bring them out to a butterfly position in front of you. So I like to have my position where my feet are really in front of me. I'm not so much seated in like a relaxed kind of like butterfly. I'm really lifted in my lower back. And so for me, it feels good to take my feet a little longer, a little more forward. So I just have a soft bend in the knees, and it really allows me to sit tall in my lower back. Again, feel free to grab some support if that feels better for you. And you may find that one exercise you don't need support, and another exercise you do, so just let your body be the guide. So from here, we're gonna take some lat reaches. These are super fun. So where we're stretching is between our hip bone and our waist, and actually all the way up through our armpits. So we wanna create a ton of length. And we inhale as we reach up, and we exhale, release. So you're really reaching up as tall as you can simultaneously, and relax down. You're anchoring That sits bone on the same side. So as I reach my left arm, I'm anchoring my left sits bone. So you're not lifting again. You're really planting and reaching long. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, and you can reach straight up. Really reaching long through the torso. Or you can reach with a little bit of an arc. Again, just really plant your sits bone. These lat reaches, they're super stretchy. It's like a jellyfish. 4 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good, feeling all flowy and stretchy and long. We're gonna interlace our fingers, bring them up super high. Big inhale, and exhale. Allow yourself to sink down, flipping your palms up, inhale. Stretch, 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 make your waist really long. Stretch your intercostal muscles, the muscles between your ribs. 2 more. And last one. And release. And coming down. And again, if at any time you're feeling lightheaded or you're just feeling a little bit, we are moving deep muscles. We are moving a part of our body that so oftentimes just stays really stiff. We're in a sitting position, or we're standing, or we're doing things, maybe we're moving our arms and legs, but we're not really getting into this organ area, this core area where we really have a lot of mobility, but often it's lost. So take it easy, because you can get actually quite sore from this. So really quickly, just bringing some energy into your hands. And find the webbings of your fingers and just twist. So we're really you should feel a little bit of discomfort on your hand skin as you twist and kind of pull. And rubbing your hands together one more time. You are your own energy source. Cultivating that energy. Now this time put the opposite thumb on top. If you forgot, no worries, but we usually have a side that we favor. And if you have looser knuckle joints like me, you may feel a few cracks. And again, I'm just allowing my body to kind of rock and move with me because it feels good for me. You just may do something depending on what feels good for you. So we're gonna make our way to an all fours position. So in yoga, we would call this position cat and cow. So we're going to be working with cat-cow, but what I really want us to do is not to be we're going to be doing pulsating breath movement, but I don't want us to be gyrating our spine. Don't want it to be rough. I want it to, again, feel stretchy. You want these movements to feel like you're stretching taffy, right? Taffy is like when we have to warm it up, right? We have to pull it and get that pull on it. If we pull too hard, it will either break or it will get really thin and you won't get that even stretch, right? And so this is like how our body is. We have this stretchy kind of feeling in our fascia and in our joints, especially when we're working with our core. So I really want you to find that stretchy place. So you're gonna press into your knees, into your hands, and making sure that your hands are spread nice and even. Finger pads and knuckles are pressing into the mat, if you're on a mat, or the floor, so that you're not dumping your weight into your wrists. It's going to feel really uncomfortable. We want to be active with the hands. So from here, I want you to take a big inhale and think of pulling your heart and chest forward. So we're not dumping into the low back here. We're really reaching our heart forward. And if it feels good, you can rock back into your knees. And you're gonna make a little traction with your hands as you try to arch and pull your chest forward. We're gonna come up and we're gonna rock back just a little bit. Exhale. Inhale. As you arch, exhale as you curl. If the rock is throwing you off, just stay in the center, but really find that stretchy, taffy feeling. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you curl, pull your belly button into your spine. Noticing any sensations, any sort of pinching or shooting, back off. We don't want to mess with the back, with the spine, so just take it easy. But if you're feeling good, really deepen that breath. Two more. Good. From here, bring your knees together. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, the mat behind you. And you're just going to drag your hands back. Roll your shoulders down and back as you roll up, engaging your glute muscles so that you're really supported here. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come on up to standing. So I just want to kind of open the bottoms of the feet. So I want you to start to kind of prance and press, lifting your heels up, really stretching into the bottoms of your feet, back into your calves. And then from here, you can take a step forward with your right foot, left foot comes back, and just, I like to kind of like play with bending and straightening the knee. You'll notice that you get a different stretch on the back of your leg. And just kind of rock in there. You can do little circles depending on what feels good. And then we'll change sides. So we're just really creating a solid foundation. So if we think about our lunar core, our seed center, our sacral, it's this space between, it's essentially like where our uterus is. It's low, it's just above the pubic bone. And this is our energy center. This is where we initiate all of our energy and all of our movement from. It's right in here, so you can take your thumbs and fingers, place it right over top, finding your seed center. So now we want to find just this really strong base. So we want to feel our feet wide. If you want to lift your toes up and spread them, really feeling them wide on the floor. Feels really good. Plant. So if this is our seed, this is like the base of our trunk. Our legs are our roots connecting us to the earth. So you are exchanging energy with the earth. In our meridians in Chinese medicine, our energy moves up and in through the inner the medial side of our body, and our energy goes up and through our body, and it comes down and out through the lateral side. So you are having this energy exchange with the earth from your seed center. This is like very goddess. So I just want you to start to find some buoyancy, some lift. So you'll be noticing that you're gonna wanna engage underneath in your glutes. Engaging your glutes and pulling up and in through your core here is gonna take some of the burn and the weight out of your legs. If we're using just our legs and our upper body is not engaged, it's gonna feel very heavy. We wanna feel this buoyancy. Beautiful. So we are gonna start to take this sort of goddess squat. And so we are going to do this opposition. We are going to pretend like we have an elevator that is going up our spine to the top of our head and then lowering back down. So the elevator goes up when we go down. It's oppositional. We find a lift and then we find a press. So it's going to be an inhale and an exhale. And an inhale, and an exhale. Make it powerful. And finding that goddess energy, grounding your feet into the earth, energizing up through your body, feeling that surge of Kundalini energy, that energy that wraps your spine and comes shoots straight out your crown. And now we're gonna add some arms, and it's gonna be like French press coffee. So we're gonna come up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, 3 more. If you're getting tired or lightheaded, feel free to place your hands on your hips or take a break. Last one, super powerful. And now we're gonna find ourselves all the way down. And we're gonna take little exhales through the nose. So keeping the mouth closed, you're just gonna go. This is a sharp, powerful exhale only through the nose. So the energy of your torso is free and light at the top, like jellyfish, and then your lower energy is grounded and powerful and strong. Here we go. Pulling in from the belly. Big inhale, drop lower, exhale. Goddess vibes here. So just go ahead and take a little swivel. So we are cultivating this lunar core power. Again, seed center. Our roots all the way down to the earth, the trunk, and then we have our branches, and we imagine a third branch, which is the energy coming out through the crown of the head. Wonderful. So from here, we're just going to take one more thing. We're going to take some figure eights with our hips. So this is just fun. And this is something that when we're done with this, any of this that you want to take and add some music to, do at your own pace, find the thing that you like the most, or if there's a couple moves that really resonate with you and feel good, these can be done virtually anywhere. Might not want to drop gonna start with this figure eight. So our figure eight is coming forward and open and back, and then it's switching forward and open and back. So really make sure that you feel the soles of your feet really flat on the ground. And you're just starting to find this like continuous flow. So you can keep your hips really level and actually keep your shoulders over your hips and really spiral your body around. This is kind of fun if you keep your head really still, your shoulders really still, and over your hips. It's like you get this panoramic view of the room, 180 degrees with your eyeballs. Or you can start to add a little bit more dip, a little bit more sass, a little bit more sauce into your hips. And really find this figure eight. This is really healthy for opening your hip flexors, just creating warmth and pliability in your hip socket. So again, I'm not using music today. This is more about a breath-led practice. Feel free to throw on your favorite goddess tunes after this and swing those hips around. Start to slow it down. And again, just start to really soften and make this really gentle. Bringing your awareness up to your eyes and just taking in the room around you. I don't know, for some reason, hands on my heart feels really good right now. Allowing your heart rate to start to lower. If you want, you can start to soften your eyelids and the gaze of your eyes. And slowly coming into such small movement. Sometimes when you really make the movement small, it can like almost be a little harder to hold your balance. Bringing your feet together. Finding your way back to your seated position. We're just going to close out with a little closing breath work. This pattern, very gentle, very easy. And my mantra for this full moon is I allow myself to remember my oneness. So this is my oneness to spirit, to source, to God. This is my oneness to the planet Earth. This is my oneness to all of the other beings that are members of this planet, both people, animals, plants. I allow myself to remember my oneness. We're just going to take 10 slow, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll do one top hold at the end and release. If you are feeling compelled, if it feels good, if it's evening time when you're practicing this, if you want to lay back, you can lay flat, you can lay supported with some pillows, covered with a blanket. Make yourself as comfortable as possible to really seal this in for yourself. So here we go. If you need to grab that stuff, pause the video. We're gonna start now with 10 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, pulling, filling, pulling, allowing the belly to relax, filling the ribs from the bottom all the way up into right underneath the clavicle as we inhale, and then full passive exhale. We are not forcing the exhale this time. Here we go. And take it from here with your own pace. Allowing yourself to really audibly hear yourself breathing. Feeling a gentle absorption of energy with every inhale, and a deepening of relaxation with every exhale. You are safe to be here. You are safe to breathe deeply. You are safe to be in your body. I remind myself of my oneness. On your next inhale, big inhale, we're going to hold in. On tonight's full moon, I invite you to leave something out to be charged in the moon's energy. That can be a crystal, a gemstone. I love to make moon water, so filling a jar with filtered water, leaving it out. And then throughout the month, you can use this for ritual. You can put it in a spray bottle with some essential oils. You can spray it on yourself, you can splash your face with it, you can drink it, you can pour it in your bath. It's just kind of a fun ritual to harness this moon energy. You can write an intention and leave it out, allow it to be felt in the moonlight. This is kind of fun too. If you do the moon water, write your intention on a piece of paper, place the paper under the jar, and allow the moon to infuse your intention in your moon water. Thank you so much for participating with me. This is just the beginning. I have so much more that I want to share about the magic of this vessel, your body. And when you know your body and you trust your body and you are open to support from source, from spirit, from the universe, from God, you are unstoppable. So this combination of these polarities, the physical, the tangible, this material plane with the 5D, 8D, 12D, however many Ds there are, I don't even know. I've heard up to 12. It's a really powerful way to access your oneness. So have a beautiful full moon, and I will be in touch. I will be leading a 3-day journey in the coming month. A 3-day free journey leading into a 21-day paid program where we will be going deep into your energetics, your human design, your breath, your body, and really starting to address the subconscious mind in a way that feels super fun and playful. So thank you so much.